Ah. Hmm. Hey. Let's just silence that. Yeah. I know I shouldn't be awake. But you're awake too. I don't feel like going to sleep yet. Hi, Inkblood Moon. I want to stay up a little longer. Want to join me? I've never been one to sleep early. I like the night. Let's see. I wanna... Let's see here. Nope. I want to put on some city ambiance, but no, I can't find any that are long enough that are probably royalty free, so I think it's fine. Sorry that was drawing. Justice never sleeps, unless drugged. Hi, Saul Goodman. It's nice to see you here at night. When the rest of the city sleeps, I think it's the best time to be up. How are you, night owls, doing? I hope you're having a nice evening. I just wanted to do a little late night chat, I guess. You're fun to do. Hello. Well, you can join me then if you're behind my windows. I never feel like sleeping at proper times. I don't know. It's partly because I've never been good at going to sleep. I don't know. It's always been hard for me to go to sleep, but I guess my insomnia has been getting a little bit, maybe a little bit worse lately. I never really called it insomnia in the past, but I think it's insomnia now. I was having some trouble going to sleep before, but in like the past couple weeks. But we're here now. I think the night is honestly, I really like the night. I like the night better than the day, I think. There's just, I don't know. Something about just going outside at night, you know, stay safe, but going out at night a little bit and lurking around and no one knows you're around. My school has already started. I'm kind of regretting it. I'm taking some summer classes to catch up because I didn't really do that great on some of my main semester classes, so I'm gonna need to do some catch up. I think part of it is because of how late I stay up at night. You know, I try to stay up at night, force myself to do some work, and then it never ends up getting done. I just sit there and I can't do anything. But I like the night regardless. It's fun being up at night, you know? I don't know, I didn't feel like sleeping today. I mean, I think I'll go to sleep later, but I'll probably end up sleeping in. And, well, it's summer. I don't need to have a sleep schedule. I can sleep whenever I want. Really? Well, it's only mid-June. Does school really start that early nowadays? Or maybe it's in a different place that I'm not aware of. You know, I feel like whenever I'm home for the summer and not in my dorm, my creativity grinds to a halt. I can never seem to. I have so many ideas for the summer, things I want to do for stream, like, but then I just sort of end up lazing about, not doing much. It's not that I don't want to do anything, it's that I feel like being back home in familiar scenery, it doesn't get my brain going. I need some new stimulus in order to get out and be creative, and it's just not doing it for me right now. I'm kind of upset at myself because there's a lot of projects I've been wanting to do for the channel and for my channel, not just for my channel, but also for myself, for my own sake. And yeah, I can't spur myself to do it because everything is too familiar, you know? Nothing new to go out and do, nothing to get new inspiration. I'm always looking for that new kick, you know? But I feel like the day is too familiar. I like the night way too much. I feel like you can have an adventure in the night, you know? Under a veil of darkness, your mind fills in the blanks, and it's not like the day where everything's blinding, you know? At night, there's a lot of dark, but there's also some light, and it's like another world, you know? I like it. I'll be near if you get any lawsuits. I'll keep that in mind in case in case I ever get caught. Thank you, Saul. Building a FNAF pizzeria chain? I've been wondering when you guys would come to LA. Or California, I guess. That's where I'm at right now. Anywhere in LA, or anywhere in Southern California would be nice. Invest a $123 million computer. Well, it's late at night. The perfect time to make purchases you'll regret in the morning. What would you do with a $123 million computer? You know? Imagine how many Skyrim mods you could install. Or, you know, you could stream and play any game you wanted at the highest quality possible with a computer that powerful. Or, you know, do what an academic would do, compute lots of data. If you're an astronomy major like me, maybe you run some Python code. And you know, process data on various nebulae and galaxy clusters, fit some light curves, stuff like that, and then run one task at a time. You know, outside of streaming, most of the stuff I do on my computer, I just kind of browse the internet and watch YouTube. It's useful for when I want to make things in Blender or render out a video. I should make another video. I've got ideas for videos, for clips and stuff, but it's hard to spur myself to do it, you know? I'm in two minds because there's so much happening during the day, so much activity, things to go out, and then I want to do things at night when everything's quiet, when my family's asleep, I have time to myself. That's when my creativity gets running. My creativity starts to go and I can't sleep because there's things I want to do on my computer, but also since I'm getting more tired at night, I don't have the energy to push on and do things. So it's a battle, you know? I want to stay up during the night. I really do. But then I also have to stay up during the day. Because that's when I have to, you know, do my normal person things. I have to be a member of society. And then at night is where I can get away from it all. But then I have to sleep, unfortunately. So I wish I had more hours in the night. 1 minute it's 10 a.m. and the next it's 4 a.m. It goes by so fast and I wish it didn't. Edit a video on stream for content. That's a good idea, I suppose. It could. Although I don't know how happy my computer would be when I have to render out a video and process stream at the same time. Maybe a lower strain video I could. I should put out another cover too. I need to put out another cover. Or I'd like to put out another cover. Not that I need to. I mean, but I would like to for my own sake. And for my own enjoyment. I just need to find it in me to remember and find time to do it. It's been really hectic lately. I don't know. I've something pretty scary actually happened. It's been a little bit scary recently. If you guys are following with the news, I'm sure you guys have been hearing about like the whole ICE thing in Los Angeles, which is my city. I mean, I don't really want to talk about it because I don't like bringing up any of that kind of thing on my channel. But I was planning to go out today, but then my sister told me that there was going to be a big countrywide protest. And, you know, there's also been protests across LA, so we figured it wouldn't be a good idea to go out today. And so I didn't. I just stayed at home. unfortunately. I couldn't go and get my 3DS back so I could do some more 3DS streams. So I'll have to find it another time to go out and retrieve it from the repair shop. But then, I think, other than that, I ended up, well, I didn't, how do I word this? We had to bring my aunt to the ER last night. In the middle of the night, we got a call from my uncle, and my aunt, there had been a lot of well, my aunt had a hip replacement surgery about a week and a half ago. I guess they can still be repaired. I had a problem with my 3DS. The problem was that the L button wasn't working. But I suppose it was an easy enough fix. They just had to replace out the contact, I think. But it's like a third-party repair shop, but they got it repaired for me. So I just have to go pick it up now. But yeah, I got a call in the middle of the night yesterday, and it was my uncle, and apparently, we were worried because my aunt was bleeding when she went to the bathroom, and she had recently got a hip replacement surgery, so that was a bit worrying, and obviously my uncle is not very good at staying calm under pressure, so he was panicking, and I think my aunt was panicking too. We didn't hear on the radio, but she tried to stay calm, but I think she was panicking a little. I think my mom knows her well enough. Afterwards, she was telling me that she was probably panicking too. So, me and my mom, my mom told my uncle to go to an emergency room, and me and my mom went to the emergency room to meet them there, and we went to the ER at about 1:30, 1:45 in the morning, and we got her admitted. She did a sample, a urine sample, and then we waited about a couple hours. We waited actually 2 hours, I think, or 1 hour and a half, about 2 hours. We waited until 3:45 in the morning, and we got the results back, and luckily, there was no complications. It wasn't because of a complication with her hip replacement surgery, which she's still recovering from. It was actually just she actually just got a bladder infection, which is not ideal, but it's easy enough to manage. They just gave her a prescription for antibiotics and had to take it for a full week. So she's good now, or I suppose she will be good in about a week after the medication course. So it was nice to hear that from the doctor, that it wasn't any complications because of her, it was nothing bad, so it was scary in the middle of the night. My aunt's been through a lot. She had, 12 years ago, she had she was diagnosed with, cancer, so she had to have surgery, chemotherapy for that, and then she had to have, and then in the following year, she had surgery on her lung and some other complications, and now it's her hip. So she's made it through it all though. She's a cancer survivor, so I think a bladder infection is not really much to her in comparison. So I think it's good. She'll be fine, and it's nothing really bad. So it was scary in the middle of the night though, because my uncle was definitely panicking, but we had it was relieving that it was no complications after her surgery. So she'll go through the medication course, and then after about a week she should be fine, and she'll continue recovering from her surgery and doing physical therapy. So if it was something bad, I was starting to think I'd have to, you know, take some time away from streams, online, stuff like that. But we're still here, so that's nice. And it had a way of working out, so that was a it was a bit of relief and something, I guess. Bad news turned to good news, so something to lift our spirits in some otherwise, like, I don't know, something that's otherwise been giving my family at least a little bit of worry. It was nice to hear that it was nothing bad. So she's recovering really nicely from her surgery, so I just wanted to, I don't know, I guess I just wanted to share that because it was on my mind yesterday, so and it feels nice to talk about it, I guess. Just to put some things out there, I suppose. I never really liked hiding things on stream. I wonder if I sound like I'm sad. I'm not really particularly sad or anything. I'm just keeping my voice down because, you know, it's 2 a.m. But I've always been a bad liar, and I've been bad at hiding things, I guess, which is, I guess, a bit weird for a phantom thief, you know? You would think that someone like me would be good at lying, but I've never been good at it. 5 a.m. Yeah, I guess it's early morning for some people. Sun's probably coming up. Not for me. I guess I could name the stream Early Morning Checkpoint. That would be work as just as well. Probably because I'm in one of the last time zones. Yeah, I think I'm in one of the last time zones of anywhere in the world, so maybe Early Morning Checkpoint would be a better title. It's 5 p.m. Ooh, on the other side of the world. It's nice how, you know, the internet can bring everyone together. I've always thought of, I guess, this space as sort of like a big city, you know? Like, being online is almost like a city in and of itself. Everything's interconnected. You can travel different places. There's different things to see, do, buy, shop, hang out, learn things, sightsee. You can do it all online. Another place to, you know, go and see and do things. It's just another way of seeing, I suppose. At least that's how I like to think of this sort of space. Currently stuck playing Final Fantasy VII? You know, I was talking about this the other day, but I wonder if people would be interested in Final Fantasy 3 streams. I played Final Fantasy 2 a long time ago on my channel. I remember, that was good. And I've been sitting on Final Fantasy 3 for the DS for a while. I still have it, but I haven't played it yet. But I don't know, I've been sort of sitting on it, not really playing it yet. I wonder if that would be something nice to do on stream. I was planning to, I don't know, I guess, I just wonder if people would enjoy Final Fantasy 3. I'm not that fussed about whether people will watch streams or not. I'm not, yeah, I think I'm kind of going in numerical order. I bought Final Fantasy 1 and 2, Dawn of Souls for the GBA, so I played 1 first, and then I played 2 on stream, and now I've got 3. So I'm kind of going in numerical order, for no particular reason. I just kind of am. But yeah, I don't know if people would enjoy watching 3. I mean, I've never been really too fussed about whether I think people would enjoy things or not on stream. I kind of, you know, I just stream whatever I want and try to make it enjoyable. But I guess it was yesterday, but today's stream, the Honkai Star Rail one, I guess I'll be a little bit transparent. I didn't really think anyone was enjoying watching the stream, and I think more importantly, I wasn't really enjoying streaming it. So even though I planned for it to be like kind of a marathon stream, just to play it as long as I can, do as much of the story as possible, I wasn't enjoying it. I don't think people streaming it or watching it were enjoying it. So I decided to end the stream and not really keep doing it. I didn't want to force myself to stream it. I think I kind of realized I really like it when people come by and chat and enjoying the stream. That gives me an amount of enjoyment too. I think I'm not usually too fussed about viewership, but I'm more oh, I'm getting tongue-tied. I've always decided to as long as I'm having fun on stream, I'll keep streaming. Even if there's not a lot of viewership, I don't really mind viewership at all. With something like Honkai Star Rail, where it's not really engaging, it's just a lot of cutscenes, reading, listening to characters say things, not really a lot of action. And the thing I want to do is kind of just chat while the story is going on in the background. It's probably better to just do a chatting stream at that point rather than chatting over, voice acting and stuff. So I decided to just end stream because I wasn't really enjoying just sitting there and listening to story. It wasn't, I didn't find that enjoyable. But I find playing games enjoyable, or having, just chatting like this, or really anything. And I think it's also a lot of fun just to be able to chat with you guys as well, with people online. So yeah, it's only I don't know, but that's only the second time I decided to end a stream earlier than I intended because I wasn't having fun. Out of nearly 4 years of doing this, number 2, I guess I can't have a perfect record, but I don't know. I guess that made me a little bit upset, and I felt like I wanted to make it up by doing some other sort of stream, which is why we're here now. We're doing a late night checkpoint. So that's partially the reason why I'm here now, and just because I didn't really want to go to sleep. Yeah, fishing's a lot of fun. Although I think fishing is definitely, fishing is fun when you have something else to do. I used to go fishing when I was younger. There's this place, well, you guys already know I live in LA, so I'm not too, let me actually double check something. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's this mountainous city called Mammoth in Southern California. And when I was a kid, I would go there to go fishing with my family. We haven't gone fishing in years, but that was one of my favorite trips that we would do when I was younger. I think I got pretty good at fishing. I know how to cast a line. I always like lake fishing because they had lakes with trout in them, and we would go fishing with my family. And my dad, my mom taught me how to cast a line. My mom didn't fish with us, but me, my sister, and my dad did. There were some years where we didn't catch anything, but there was this one year when we caught so many fish that we legally couldn't keep them all, so we shared them with some of the people fishing next to us who weren't having as much luck. I think throughout the whole trip, we caught about, I think it was like 30 fish total, and I think legally we could only keep like 20, because I think it was like 5 per person, something like that. I caught at least half of them. I think I caught 15 fish, and then my dad caught 2. I was proud of that. But whenever where I'm going with this is that whenever we went fishing, I would always bring a game to play, and I would mainly play Pokemon ROM hacks. I used to be really into Pokemon ROM hacks. There was this app for iOS back in the day, before, like, I think Apple started cracking down on that kind of thing more. But there was this app called GBA for iOS, and it was a app that was a Pokemon ROM hack, or a Pokemon ROM emulator, or a Pokemon emulator. It was like a GBA emulator, so you could download a Pokemon ROM hack and then play it on that. So I would play some Pokemon ROM hacks while I was fishing. I remember this one specifically. I don't remember what it was called, but there was a soft lock when I tried to talk to something. So I was sitting there for like 10 minutes, like while I was fishing, like soft locked in my game, and I just ended up having to restart. But that was fun. And then just playing stuff. I think I also listened to Taylor Swift because my mom had a iPod Nano. So one fishing trip, my mom gave me her iPod Nano, and I was listening to Taylor Swift's Love Story on repeat while we were fishing. So yeah, stuff to do, like stuff keeping you, when you have things to keep yourself busy, like chatting to people or like, playing games. It's fun. I always I don't know, I used to be really it just makes me think that that's kind of the approach I have with streaming, where at least previously, I used to be really scared of doing just chatting streams because I didn't think there would be people who would want to chat with me. So whenever I did a quote-unquote chatting stream, I would always pair it with something else, like sewing, or like a hand cam stream where I would build like a model. So I was always scared that no one would show up and chat with me. So at the very least, I'd have something else fun to do in the background while I chatted. I'm a little bit more confident in doing these now. I wouldn't say I'm a Swiftie. I used to listen to Taylor Swift back when I was a kid, but I haven't caught up with any of her songs. But I listened to her a lot when I was younger, mainly because she was on the radio, and my mom had an iPod Nano with some of her songs. So I didn't really grow in any sort of music or cultural tastes beyond gaming until I would say probably around high school. I used to play some games. I played games growing up, but my interests were very narrow. I started broadening my interests when I was in high school. We're getting into anime a little bit. I'm still not that into anime, but I got into VTubers, V-singers, Vocaloid, music a lot of music, I think, back in high school, which led me to being here. Thank the Lord. Is it thank the Lord that I used to listen to Taylor Swift, or thank the Lord I don't listen to Taylor Swift anymore? I'm not really sure where to how to take that, but but yeah, I don't know. That's just my memory. Whenever I listen to Taylor Swift's love story, I always think of the Mammoth Lake and fishing. That's just the association I make. And I miss eating those fish as well. I miss having fish. Some memories. Much of a Taylor Swift fan. I mean, that's alright. I mean, I don't hate her or anything. I think she's alright. She's cool. I just don't know much about her, I guess. I don't know what she's up to nowadays, I suppose. Speaking of childhood things, apparently Moshi Monsters, or I guess it's pronounced Moshi Monsters, I don't know, is starting back up. My sister just told me this, like, yesterday? I think it was yesterday. But she told me that apparently Moshi Monsters is, starting back up. It's like, it was like a, you don't know what that is. It's like a website. Sort of like, I don't know. It was a website where you take care of a pet, basically. Kind of in the same vein as like Pop Tropica or Club Penguin. Not exactly like those games, but in the same sort of online game as those things. Pop Tropica or Neopets or Club Penguin, that kind of online game where you could have a membership to get more pets and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a little nostalgia thing. Apparently they're starting back up. I don't think I'm gonna revisit it. I think my tastes have changed since I was like in elementary school. But just a cool nostalgia thing, I guess. I wonder what I should do. Somehow I feel like I'm not doing much since, you know, I'm out of school now. It's summer, and I guess I'm taking summer classes, but I feel like I'm not doing much. And at the same time, I feel like I'm doing a lot, and I'm wondering if I should take a break week from streaming or something, because when I think about it, I guess I've been streaming a lot more recently lately. I've been putting a lot more hours into streaming just because I have more free time, but it feels like my schedule is still packed, because I still have to make time to, you know, go out, run, exercise, do things with my family, plan stuff like that. I still plan my days around streaming, and now streaming feels like my main source of work, where I go out and I stream for like 5 hours, and then that's my day, and I feel like I'm not getting that much rest to do some other things. Like, I feel like I'm not making time to go and, you know, edit videos, stuff like that, things I should be doing. But at the same time, I feel like I'm keeping myself busy, but I also am not busy at all, and I should be doing more. I wonder if it would be nice to maybe take a break week from streaming at some point soon, and then maybe like work on things like video editing, getting stuff out there, work a cover, just sort of reset a little bit, and then get my schedule together, because I don't know, I have to juggle hanging out with my family and doing what they want to do versus the things I want to do, and I guess it's still a lot of, or some mental work, I suppose. I'm just not giving myself enough rest, I think. Maybe I stay up late trying to do work, so maybe I just need to give myself some rest instead of pushing it. You know, I don't know if I've ever booted up MS Paint on this computer because I always use paint.net. It would be funny to open up MS Paint, but I almost don't want to ruin the vibe right now by drawing something dumb. I do want to draw more though. Oh, I want to get better at drawing. I should really practice soon. I've been practicing drawing a lot. I've been doing a lot of drawing on my old Chromebook. When I first started college, I got myself a Chromebook to do work on, and I've kind of replaced it with a MacBook, but because it's a touchscreen tablet, it's kind of a tablet and a laptop in one. You can take off the keyboard on my Chromebook. So I've been using it as a drawing tablet for the past year or so, and I've been getting better at that. So I put out some drawings, but I haven't released a lot of what I've drawn, and I want to get better at it, but I haven't put aside the time for it, I suppose. I've barely done any work since I got back. And I'm constantly tired all the time. It might be the withdrawal from not taking Adderall at the moment. It could also be just caffeine withdrawal. So it is all the time. Yeah. I need to learn how to. Well, I think I need to redo my. I need to figure out a routine, a schedule for my summer, so I can be more productive. Be productive in a way that doesn't feel like work, because I think one of the things that's kept me going all these years for streaming is that I've tried to make streams feel like they're not work, so I never get burned out on them. And I think now I'm starting to realize, just now I think I'm realizing that I'm making streams feel like work this summer. So maybe I should lay back a little bit, take it a bit easier, make streams the energy checkpoints and the free time to play games that I've always meant them to be, and not necessarily work. So that could be good. I just feel like sometimes maybe I owe putting some time down on streams, some content, which is, I guess maybe that's partially the reason why I'm doing this stream. Or if I'm being honest, it's mostly the reason, because I felt like I didn't give it my all on the Honkai Star Rail stream. I think I'm being hard on myself, but I think I always am. So let's not dwell too much on that though. I should get my schedule. I wonder what where my agenda is. I got this calendar from a nice man in one of my classes. He's an older fellow, but he came back for college, and he was really nice. I struck up a conversation with him, and we ended up talking about having calendars, and I was like, I should probably get me a calendar so I can organize all of my everything I have to do, so it's easier to keep track of things. Because I think in the past year or so, because I've been doing streams so much, I've been losing track of when my streams are and at what time, or more specifically what time I plan my streams. I used to be really good at remembering that when I first started out, but just because I've been doing it for so long, I've gotten too used to it and I'm starting to forget. And I think a week later, he showed up to me and was like, hey, I got this calendar from my bank. It's like a pocket calendar. You can have it. And I'm like, thank you. So during the school year, I was using it, and I was legitimately writing down when my streams were, and it was actually really helpful. But I haven't written in it since I got back, and I probably should start again. It was really good for keeping track of things. You remember the first time you stumbled on my stream and I was stuttering a lot more? I'm glad I've improved. Sometimes I wonder if I've improved in that regard. I still stutter from time to time, but I've gotten a lot. It was a very big problem before I started streaming. I still think I need to work on it a little bit with the stuttering, talking fast. I think when I get excited particularly, I still revert back to talking really fast, stuttering a little bit, maybe not properly enunciating my words, but I've gotten a lot better at it just over the course of streaming, reminding myself in small ways that I have to talk slower, think about my words more, enunciate more properly. So I've gotten a lot better at it, and I'm glad that it's noticeable, at least to some longtime viewers, that I've improved. That makes me feel that actually does make me feel good to know that I have noticeably improved since then. I don't really know if I was ever self-conscious of my stutter. When I was younger, and I mean by younger I mean all the way up until the end of high school. Yeah, I had a really bad stutter, just because I talked really fast and I would start talking before I thought out the sentence I wanted to say. And I was never really too fussed about what people thought of me, but I think that probably made people think I think that was at least one of the things contributing to people thinking I was weird. But yeah, no, I used to stutter a lot, and when I started streaming, I realized I was gonna have to fix that, especially because sometimes it was to the point where people really wouldn't understand me. Which makes me wonder why I never ended up going to speech therapy, because I did often have to repeat myself, and people had a hard time understanding what I was saying. So it was definitely something that didn't help my communication skills. So I wonder if, I don't know, but it's just nice that, I don't know, streaming has incentivized me to improve myself in a lot of ways I would not have done otherwise. Like trying to actively fix my speech problems and, develop time management skills, work ethics, stuff like that. And it's been really helpful to my overall life. And I think I've grown and become a better person for it. So, I guess that's one less thing I have to worry about. I think I got more self-conscious of it by the end of high school, my speech patterns, but I don't know, I think it's nice. Now I have less communication issues with people. I should work on my handwriting though. I also had really bad handwriting, and I was more self-conscious of that because I had a biology teacher in I think it was like 9th grade, who actively kept berating me for my writing skill, for my handwriting. I did make an active effort to improve it over the course of the pandemic. I think I bought a notebook, and for every day for about a year, I would practice my handwriting. It was pretty good, but I think in the past semester, it started degrading again. I had to write a lot of things, and especially the last finals month was not kind to my handwriting. I ended up writing really fast, and it's starting to look really bad again. But I bought this thing. It's like handwriting practice for adults. It's like one of those, I don't know if you remember, like, at least I remember back in like 1st grade or elementary school when they would give you those little like mini booklets to write in, to practice how to write letters. I bought an adult version of that, and I was thinking to myself, maybe it would be cool to do one of those on stream just to practice my handwriting and chat in the background. I don't know if that would be an interesting stream, but it was a stream idea I had, and I actually completely forgot about it until just now. So maybe we could have a chill stream, do a hand cam stream, practice handwriting. That could be develop an elegant handwriting style befitting of a phantom thief. That was one of my motivations for improving my handwriting. I knew I was gonna become a phantom thief, so I was like, this handwriting of mine needs to improve. It needs to look elegant. So I sort of developed something that was a mixture of it was like a cursive print mixture. I wanted it to be something elegant. I don't know, cursive is just weird. I don't want to do full-on cursive, so I made it a mix of both. But I think I want to redevelop my handwriting. I think maybe it'd be fun to go on stream, have chat, be like, we could decide on what a new handwriting style could look like. Like, try to develop a new handwriting style and try to incorporate it. That would be, I don't know, I think trying to, like, be like, hey, chat, what do you think, like, this letter, how should I write it? Or would it be nice looking like this? I think that'd be a fun little thing to do. And I've been wanting to do, like, an art stream, but I don't know how to do an art stream considering I don't have a drawing tablet. Since I draw on, like, a touch screen. Oh, my signature is already very well practiced. It's actually my new logo. I guess I could show my signature. I've got multiple versions of my signature. We'll show it on stream. But calligraphy could be cool. Ooh, maybe like Chinese calligraphy, Japanese characters. That could be fun. I definitely need to go back to learning languages. It's been a while. Here, let's see. Here we go. So, here's my basic Phantom Thief signature. It's a K for Kurtis, but because my calling card is 17, the star, the tarot card 17, the K is actually a 1 and a backwards 7. So I thought that was cool. I liked that a lot. That was actually, I think, one of my original concepts for my handwriting, and I decided to make it a logo, but and then my full name. Here we go. We've got Kurtis, K, but I'm a bit worried of using Kurtis, and like writing down Kurtis on my calling cards because that would lead back to me more directly. So I've got one that's my alternate name. Here we go. Kaito. This one looks really nice actually. I love the way this one looks. Kaito is my other name. That might be a better way of concealing my identity because Kaito is also the Japanese word for phantom thief, so it's a bit more inconspicuous, I think, than and also Kaito, at least Hoshimoto Kaito. I talk about this I think semi-often, but it means altogether it means because Kaito means to fly, basically something like that. And then Hashimoto it's really similar to an existing Japanese, or existing, I say, as if my last name isn't real, to a really common Japanese last name called Hashimoto, which is, Hashi is like a bridge and moto means the beginning, so it means the beginning of a bridge. Hashimoto then is the beginning of a star. So Hashimoto Kaito altogether means to fly into the sky and become a star, which, I think that's it's a really nice name. But Kaito also just happens to sound really similar to Kaito. It's not the exact same pronunciation. It's really similar though. But so my name Kaito is also really similar to Kaito, which is like phantom thief in Japanese, which is a complete coincidence, by the way, or most of a coincidence. Yeah, these are I have these in my, I suppose, my game background. I suppose. Hold on, let me show real quick. If I switch to my gaming background real quick. Let's see. I have these in the bottom left over here as a sort of logo. We're breaking the late night look, but I already broke it by bringing it up, so it's fine. Let's go back. There we go. But they look really elegant, and I like them. I also have versions without the little star signature, without the little star dash, I suppose. Then I've also got an extra one. That's here we go. Phantom Thief. There we go. So this one came out really nicely as well. I like this. So I might take the way I wrote these and use them as, I guess, a sort of inspiration for my for a different handwriting style, I suppose. They came out really nicely. I think they look really elegant. But yeah, that's me. Number 17, the Phantom Thief. Okay, Kurtis, Kaito. It makes a lot of sense for a Phantom Thief to have a lot of different names. Sometimes I wish, you know, it would be night forever. Maybe not night forever, but I wish the feeling of night would last forever. I feel like the day is too blinding. There's too much pressure at day. I think the night can be scary, but I think it's also peaceful in its own way. And it's not, the night is never completely dark either. And I just wish it would stay that way sometimes. You know, I don't own a VR headset, so I was thinking though, I think it would be really cool to get a VR headset though, and motion tracking. I would like to get a 3D model someday. I have so many ideas I want to do as content. I think 3D models would be the next big step for me, because I always want to push myself when it comes to streaming. I feel like I haven't been pushing myself as hard lately, just because I feel like there hasn't been much to do. But I really want to save up for a 3D model and get some motion tracking, and I would open up a whole host of possibilities. I'm already working on my own 3D like a set. Or like my own 3D set, so I could use that. I could get someone to help me import it as a VR chat world and use it as a set piece for different things in 3D. That would be really fun. I could post some dance videos without having to wear a mask. Well, I mean, I'd still be wearing a mask, you know, the other one, the Phantom Thief mask. But without having to wear the big bulky mask that I wore in my other dance videos. And and I don't know, just a whole other host of possibilities. I think that's where I want to go next, when it comes to streaming. Unfortunately, I am a poor college student, so it's gonna be a while before I can afford a 3D model, but I'm excited. I think once I finish my current projects, I think that's where I'm gonna go next, or where I'm gonna try to head next, I suppose. It might be a while before we get that kind of thing, but it would be fun. There's so many things I want to do, and it's just that my current project is just taking me so long. I really want to finish it, but I think it's gonna be really satisfying when I do. But yeah, it's not really that, I don't know, I'm not bored. It's just that there's so many things to do that I'm getting ADHD paralysis again. I don't know where to start, what to tackle first, what to tackle next. It's sort of like, I mean, it's really nice. I feel productive for one of the first times in my life. I feel like I've got things I want to do, goals I want to achieve, and like there's never really a day where I feel like there's nothing to do. I feel like I'm making good use of my time, but at the same time, like, some days it's just sort of like I feel overwhelmed by the amount of choices I have to make, and I need to break it down. It's more of like I have too many things I want to do. It's like when I'm planning a stream nowadays, it's like, well, I have so many options still available to me. Do I want to stream 3DS games? Do I want to stream a new recent game? Do I want to plan a collab? I need to plan collabs, actually. It's I haven't planned a collab in a while. I guess I did, or like a proper collab. I haven't like gone out of my way to like I haven't met new people recently. I feel like streaming's become a little bit too easy, you know? I'm so used to streaming now that there isn't like I'm starting to get a little bit complacent. I need to do it like I need to approach it like I did back when I started out. I need to get out of my comfort zone, contact some people, ask for collabs. There are some people that I've been wanting to ask for collabs, but I just haven't. Sorry, I sneezed. I didn't want to break the atmosphere by sneezing. But yeah, I haven't been really asking for many collabs outside of my close friend circle recently, which is I mean, I did ask for one recently though. I was on a talk show on Terrence's channel. I already made an announcement about it, so I'm sure people know about it, but that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed being with Terrence and talking on his talk show. It was it was super fun. You know, honestly, I've been wanting to collab with Terrence for a while. He's a really cool guy, and I think I should plan another collab with him. We seem to have a lot of interests together, so we could do like a Nintendo game together. That could be a lot of fun, I think. But I need to get out there and challenge myself a little bit more. I've been getting a little too complacent, and I need to step it up. There's always ways I could step it up and keep improving. You know, just like earlier I was talking about improving myself, like my speech patterns or my time management skills, even my social skills and everything. Those have all improved. So I need to keep finding ways to keep improving myself, I think. I need to keep pushing myself, and I need to remind myself of that. Okay. I don't know, just a lot of me yapping, I guess. I hope people find this nice to listen to. And I feel like, I don't know. I wonder if, yeah. Sometimes I wonder if doing these streams are good. Because I don't know how much of my audience, I guess, is usually awake at this time. And, you know, I think it's nice that the VODs are always available. The live streams are always available to watch in the back. But, I wonder how many... I don't know if people are too fussed about watching the live streams after they end, but... It's nice. I always enjoy doing these late night streams, though. It's it's refreshing and nice to, you know, not have to I don't know, to just like take it a little bit easier, I guess. It feels a lot more relaxed, a lot more chill, and I like it like that, you know. I feel like maybe sometimes I am more like energetic on stream than I think I am, or that I feel like I am in my head. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I just like, you know, I just like that I can just share things on stream, I guess. It's fun. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I just I just think it's a nice change of pace. Just, you know, talking out, not really having a plan. My favorite game I've ever played. I don't really know. I guess if I had to pick a game that I think that I've ever played, that's kind of hard. Because I change as a person. My sensibilities and what I like changes as I grow up. I think the game I've probably dedicated the most time to, in terms of game I've replayed the most, which is a form of enjoying games, I suppose, it would probably have to be Kirby Superstar Ultra. I replayed that game a lot as a kid, and I still visit it every now and then. That's definitely one of the games that shaped my childhood the most. The Pokemon games were a lot of fun, although I'm not sure if I pinpoint any one of them as my favorite ever. I think Pokemon, I kind of see Pokemon as one whole, rather than I like this game individually more than the other Pokemon games. I had a lot of fun with Pokemon Soul Silver growing up, but I also had a lot of fun with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, playing it with Plum and Kendra and Lance. That's gotta be one of my fondest Pokemon memories, even though the game wasn't that great. So I guess that would be the franchise I think I've enjoyed the most ever. I think Splatoon 2 is also definitely a candidate for a game I ever played. I put a lot of hours into Splatoon 2, and I really loved that game when it came and went. I think, looking back on it, as much as I enjoyed Splatoon 2, I think I would have enjoyed it even more if I had what I had now, I suppose. You know, now that I have Splatoon 3, or I had Splatoon 3 when I was playing it on my channel, I had a lot of good memories with friends. You know, Victory, Lance, Ashezi. Those were a lot of really good memories, and I think I would have enjoyed Splatoon 2 even more if it wasn't me just playing it by myself. I think if I had someone to share Splatoon 2 with, then I would have enjoyed it even more. But I put a lot of hours in that game, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I think I've joined you once with Splatoon. Was that you? That's interesting. I don't remember that, but I'm sure it was. I don't remember if it was on stream or not, but You know what? It was an honor to serve. I think Splatoon 2 is definitely one of my runner-ups for favorite games. And then I think my most favorite game that I've recently played, I've been gushing about it nonstop on stream. It's Elden Ring Night Rain. I've never played a FromSoft game, and my only other Souls-like game ever was Another Crab's Treasure, which definitely did not translate to my Night Rain experience. But in the course of 2 weeks, because I got it like 2 Fridays ago, I've put 107 hours into Elden Ring Night Rain, which is way more than any of my friends. I just realized how much time I wasted on Elden Ring Night Rain when I could have done stuff. Night Rain is awesome. I don't know if people would be interested, but I would definitely be down to do Night Rain with viewers if that's a possibility. I still haven't beaten the game. I've been waiting to beat the game with, I guess, a full party of my friends. I want to do it with Jay, with either like any combination of Jay, Spoopy Ricotta, or Victory. I guess Spoops hasn't been on my channel that much. He hasn't been on my channel that much, but I guess we're friends, yeah. But I want to get a party together so we can all beat the final boss together. So I'm just sort of waiting for whenever Victory or Spoops can get on, because they have, actual lives and not like, they haven't been no-lifing game like me. Beat the first 2 bosses. I had a lot of trouble with the first boss. It took me a lot of time to learn how to do the first boss. The chain attack on Tricephalus didn't make a lot of sense to me, but Tricephalus is a pretty easy boss for me now. I managed to beat Tricephalus solo. I guess for context, I'm gonna gush about Night Rain now, you can't stop me. I really wanted to learn the basics of how FromSoft games play before I started switching off to other characters. So I mained Wilder at first. I decided to get really good at Wilder, or at least decently good at Wilder. So I played a lot of Wilder in the beginning, until I learned how to beat the first boss. And then I switched off to Duchess, because Duchess is she's very, as Victory put it, very me-coded. She's a character that I think is tailored to my tastes in playstyles in video games. Just like, I guess, I'll give a couple examples. In Splatoon, my favorite weapon is Ink Brush, mainly because it's like a weapon with like average power. It's like a good offensive weapon, but it's defined by like a major upside and a major downside. The upside of Ink Brush is that has the fastest movement speed in the game. By rolling around on it, you can move faster than anything else, and it's really easy to position yourself anywhere on the map to where you need to be. The downside is that it has the worst range in the game, and the worst damage fall off. It's not only tied to tied for the worst range weapon in the game, but it also has the worst damage fall off, making it with effectively the worst range in the game. So it's a major upside and a major downside. You have to get up close in order to do damage, but you have really good positioning. And I don't know, I really like that playstyle. It was kind of like that way when I played Maeve in Paladins, which is now shut down, unfortunately, I realize. And that's kind of what Duchess is like. Duchess is all about positioning. She doesn't do a lot of damage on her own, but she's really good at positioning. Her downside is that she has low health. So, but I've been really enjoying playing her because, one, she's literally a phantom thief. It says it in her description. She's a virtuous thief, which, just another word for phantom thief. Phantom thieves are usually people with virtues. So I don't know. And she's also like she's got the outfit to boot, and not only that, she's got a dagger, so she can get in quickly, do a couple slashes, get out with her unique dodges. So yeah, Duchess ended up becoming my favorite character, and I've been maining her, and I've gotten really good at her. I've gotten really good at dodging, positioning. I've gotten decent at fishing for backstabs, and making the most out of what she has. I know like online guides, Duchess is like, it says like Duchess is the best way to play her is like frostbite buildup or blood loss. I personally like playing damage Duchess. I think blood loss is alright, but I just think like I would rather be doing damage or supporting rather than, you know, being exclusively relegated to team support. But yeah, she's been a lot of fun. I've completed 2 solo runs so far with Duchess. Which were pretty hard actually. I mean, I haven't done that many solo runs, so 2 is pretty good for me. But she's not easy to play solo. Because of her low health, and she has like a C scaling in health, which is like second lowest in the game after I think probably Revenant and Recluse are tied. I think Recluse is a little bit lower, but they both have a D scaling in HP. So yeah. The problem with Duchess though is that, unlike Revenant and Recluse, she's a character who gets up close to do damage. Oh, so, like, she's a melee character. So, I'm starting to gush now, I'm getting excited. But she's a melee character, but she has low health. So, you basically, while her defense is that she can dodge really well, you can't really afford to make a mistake with Duchess, and I really enjoy that for some reason. So I'm really proud of myself for finishing off some solo runs with her, because she doesn't put out much damage, and she's and like any mistake you get hard punished for. So it's really it's been really gratifying to, you know, actually finish solo runs with her. I finished Tricephalus and the Dark Drift Knight solo, and I think I'm gonna move on to trying to do either, what is it, Gaping Jaw, Sentient Pest, or Fissure in the Fog solo, or Augur. I'm actually pretty good at the Augur fight. I spent a lot of time trying to beat Augur. That was a really hard fight for me to learn how to do. Executioner is a cool character. Executioner is actually the only character who actually has like an S scaling in Arcane, so he's really good at like stats buildup, which makes sense because he uses curved swords which do bleed. That's just a Bloodborne player's dream. Yeah, I heard that she has the Bloodborne dodge. I've never played Bloodborne, so I'm wondering if that's the FromSoft game I should play next, considering I'm kind of a Duchess main. But I would really like to play other ones as well, and, you know, actually get good at like the regular dodging, the regular rolling. That would be just to make sure, you know, my skill set isn't, I'm not fine-tuning my skill set to one playstyle like I normally do, and I have a bit of flexibility. But my friend Spoops has been playing Executioner. He kind of mains him. I think it's kind of nutty how he hits those parries. I've been getting really good at parries in Another Crab's Treasure, but I couldn't, I don't know, it was a learning curve trying to figure out how to play Elden Ring Night Rain, so I haven't really been hitting any parries, but I think that would be an interesting character to go do next. I think, considering I'm maining Duchess now, there's a lot of different avenues I could go in. Duchess, I've been playing Duchess kind of as like a mini Recluse, and also as like a mix of like being Duchess as her own thing, but also picking up sorceries, so I can, because she has an A scaling in intelligence, so she's actually really good with sorceries. So I've been playing a little bit like a Recluse, but also a little bit like an Executioner, because I've been grabbing curved swords and doing bleed buildup. So I guess I could move. I guess like the natural progression for characters I would want to learn next would be Recluse or Executioner. Personally, I think I want to try out Revenant next, because I think it'd be really funny to play Revenant with like a giant hammer. I think that'd be really funny. But Executioner looks hard. He's got more health than Duchess, but I feel like hitting those parries has got to be just as unforgiving as Duchess, you know. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know actually how many of my viewers play Night Rain. So I don't know if playing Night Rain with viewers is necessarily a good idea. I could like do a Night Rain stream and then be like, hey, if you own the game and you're a viewer, you could join in with me. But the parry timing is forgiving. I didn't know that. Cause the thing is, I think like the bosses have like a 1 frame parry window, but like that's not how the frame data necessarily works. Is that you have your own parry window, and if that parry window of the boss lines up inside of your parry timing, then you get it. So I don't know what the window for you to parry is. Is it like 9 frames or something? I don't really know, but I know Executioner plays like Sekiro, so that could be interesting. But yeah, I just don't really know. I don't know. I've gotten really good at Duchess. I really enjoy playing her. She feels like she was tailored to my suits, or she feels like she was tailored to my tastes as a games player, or even as a person, because she plays very much like how I would expect a Phantom Thief to play. Someone who can get around the battlefield, can run circles around their enemies, and maybe they don't do like a lot of damage by themselves, but given the right amount of preparation and knowledge, they can perform really well. And I think that's how Duchess plays. Duchess is definitely a character that rewards you if you put the time into it, and you know, you gain the knowledge of when to best use her abilities. So that's really nice. Except for when I have to fight Crystallians. Fighting Crystallians as Duchess and I only bring a dagger is absolutely miserable. It's just like, it literally feels like when you're like Raiden punching Senator Armstrong and he is like, why won't you die? That's what that feels like with Duchess when I'm trying to fight a Crystallian. It's just backstab, just, yeah. Is Broken there's a raider on the team? I would imagine, because being able to replay damage, or even poise damage, it's like she works really well with teammates, which is why personally I think that maybe she doesn't, which is why I think she underperforms in solo. Because it's a lot better if you can, like, if your teammates, she's a lot better if you can get your teammates to take aggro, rather than having aggro on herself, and also being able to replay your teammates' effects. Like, if you have a raider who like does his ult, or like an Iron Eye who does their ult and they stagger, or even like a Wilder as well, and they stagger and everything, you can basically use your use the restage skill to replay and basically double up on the poise damage, or you can play along with an Executioner and basically double up on like blood loss buildup. That's really nice, and having your opponents take aggro allows you to finish off those combo chains and activate your restage ability a lot more. Duchess is really cool. Like, I don't know, it's a lot easier to play her with teammates, but solo, because you have to restage your own damage, she's a lot harder to play, which I actually enjoy. I enjoy the challenge, and I enjoy that I felt really proud of myself for beating the bosses solo, despite the fact that she underperforms in solo. I think if I had to take a guess, she's probably one of the harder solo characters, and that made me feel really good completing runs with her. But yeah, that's what I think of Duchess. I think she's a character that I think plays how I would play if I were in a video game. Something very cerebral to play, and very quick and agile. And also, I don't know, the parries use the ability, and the ability damage scales with the level. I don't know anything about Executioner that I think about it. I don't really know how his parry is different from anyone. Like, can he I know he comes with like a built-in parry that's different from normal parries because it's Sekiro. It's based on the parry from Sekiro. I don't know how that parry works though, so I wonder how it works, like, because I know parrying is like a weapon skill. So I wonder if it says parry his skill, so then you have to press the 2-button combination in order to use his parry. I actually hadn't thought about that. I suppose if that's what you're saying, then. So you don't have to press like the weapon skill in order to parry like you do with weapons. This is a block, which is a parry. Okay. So that's what it is. Okay. Interesting. I would have to get more confident about parrying. I feel like it's easier to parry when I'm playing Another Crab's Treasure. Because I feel like the vibrant visuals makes it a lot easier to see when I have to parry things, or when I can like the parry time when I can parry. Night Rain is a bit chaotic. I don't know if Night Rain is a good setting for me to learn how to parry, because instead of being able to like take my time, keep redoing an enemy or a boss until I learn it, you have to go through run after run, and you might not have time to like learn the parry timings for individual attacks or individual enemies. So I think I don't know. In my mind, I've never played him, but I feel like in my mind, a parry heavy character like Executioner gets better the more game knowledge you have. And because I've never played a FromSoft game before, I feel like that's game knowledge I'm lacking. Yeah. There is the practice area, but that's against a singular type of enemy. I would like to try it against bosses in case the bosses have their own different parry timings. I just want to get good at parrying in general. That would be pretty cool. I kind of picked up Wilder, but because I couldn't figure out the shield, I just played Wilder two-handing his greatsword, not even bothering with the shield. So I don't really know how shields work at all. So there's definitely a lot of rooms for improvement for me to learn in Night Rain. I could learn how to use shields. I think maybe I learn how to use shields more effectively. That would help out my playstyle, I think. Maybe Executioner, learn how to parry. That would be nice. But yeah. Right now my only two I should mention the only two characters I've played in 107 hours of Night Rain is Wilder and Duchess. So I definitely have a lot I need to learn. A lot of ranting. I feel like now I'm alienating other people who might want to watch the video later, but I guess it doesn't really matter. If you block a single time, it parries all the attacks. That sounds really nice, actually. Ooh. Wait, maybe I should play more Zenless Zone Zero. I remember there was parrying in that game. Maybe that would help me with learning to parry attacks better. I don't know. I should also finish Another Crab's Treasure. I'm literally on the final boss fight. So maybe tomorrow. I guess it'll be today, because it's early morning. I should probably finish off Another Crab's Treasure. Just do a stream where I just do the final boss fight. I got pretty good at the first phase, and I'm getting better at the second phase of that final boss fight in that game, so I think it won't be long before I can finish the whole boss fight. I just didn't want to do it on yesterday's stream because I guess it was 2 days ago, but whatever. It was Friday's stream because I didn't have enough time. I wanted to just end stream, and I felt like this boss is gonna take me at least another hour, and it's approaching midnight, so I might as well end stream. But yeah, Night Rain's been a lot of fun, and I think this is definitely going to be my introduction to other FromSoft games. I've been debating on which one I should play first. Whether it be one of the Dark Souls games, whether it be one of the Dark Souls games to go to first, go to Bloodborne. I think Elden Ring would definitely be the most natural game to go to next. But the problem is, I don't know if it would be a good game to play on stream. I've been very wary of playing like open world or JRPG games on stream because they're like 100 hours, and if I were to play all of it on stream, like to make that kind of dedication, like I've been playing 100 hours of Night Rain because I've been legitimately enjoying playing it in my off time. But when it comes to streaming games, I'm often a lot more particular about wanting to show things on stream. And while I feel like people would enjoy watching Elden Ring, I don't know if I have enough time to stream it. Like, if I do a 2-hour stream of Elden Ring, I feel like I'm not gonna get much done. And then if I do a 5-hour stream, I'm gonna get tired. So I would rather do games that maybe are like 20 hours max on stream. I don't want to do games that are gonna take too long. I mean, if it's like a boss fight, that's fine. I can learn to do boss fights, even if they take me a couple hours, but it's just like Elden Ring, it sounds like such a great game to play next, but it's an open world game and there's so much to do. I don't want it to be like, it takes me a year to play the whole game on stream, or I don't finish it or something. Bloodborne would be, considering I've been maining Duchess, would be cool. Might be a nice idea. I just don't know which one I want to play next, mainly. Sekiro would be cool too, but I'm just really debating on which one to play next. Yeah, I haven't decided. I guess it's not really a choice of like which one I should do next. It's more of like I guess I'll get to all of them eventually, so I should just pick one and go. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if any of them are gonna scratch the same itch as Night Rain, just because Night Rain is such a unique experience compared to the rest of the FromSoft catalog. But it would be fun. I wanna try another FromSoft game, and after I beat Night Rain, and probably after I beat another Crab's Treasure. But yeah. Okay. But I have a lot of options ahead of me, so maybe I shouldn't get ahead of myself. I should just pick one. Okay. Ugh. Okay. I think I'm starting to get sleepy. The morning's coming, and I probably should, actually have a decent sleep schedule, so I'll probably pack up for the night and go to sleep. But don't play the Elden Ring DLC unless you hate yourself. I actually watched Zelly the Witch. I think Zelly the Witch is probably how I started learning about Dark Souls FromSoft catalog games. Also, I know about the DLC. I know about the final boss fight. I think in some ways, I don't know if this is a good thing to admit, but I do kind of like hate myself, or like pushing myself to push through things. I enjoyed learning the boss fights in the Crab's Treasure, and I enjoyed learning how to play Night Rain. I think I would enjoy the challenge of taking on the DLC in Elden Ring eventually, maybe someday. But I think I have openly admitted that I'm a little bit of a masochist, so I don't know if that's a good thing to admit, but I think I realized that a while ago. like maybe like a year ago or something. But yeah, I mean, maybe it would be fun to do. And I think it would be a lot of fun. I'm not someone who gets angry at games, so I think it would be fun to learn and master a boss fight like that. But anyways, I'm gonna head to sleep. Like I said. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sitting here and listening to me. Listening to me just talking to the void. I really like chatting streams. I should do more of these, and I'm glad there are people to chat to, and I could just, you know, talk my heart out and do whatever. It's fun, and I'm glad we can enjoy this night together. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll be doing D&D and possibly a stream before that. Who knows what it'll be. It could be Night Rain, it could be another Crab's Treasure. We'll see. It depends on what I'm feeling and what happens tomorrow. I'm not ready to go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. I want the night to last for longer. I don't want the day to come yet, but it has to. And the stars will be waiting for me tomorrow night. So I'll just have to wait a little longer. Alright. Night, everyone.